Do you do test?
Good evening, everybody.
Good evening, everyone.
Hey, tonight I get to have with me my brother.
Yes, yes,
I've been
yes,
looking forward to this for a minute. It's a long time coming.
yes. Very needed,
Um,
very much needed, very much needed.
I want to introduce John Brooks Jr., and y'all know me, Trina Brooks. Um, this I want initially to be on my When Did I Become the Enemy channel, but soon we're gonna do a sibling channel.
Yes.
So this is the first of many, but tonight is going to be part two of the series You versus You. First of all, I had to tell my brother how proud of him I am.
Thank you, thank you.
He's doing an amazing job in the community, as a brother, as a family man, supporting the family, supporting the community. So I want to tell him how proud of you I am.
Thank you, sis. Thank you.
I appreciate all your support, always supporting me, always supporting the family. So, with that being said, I just wanted to ask you, when you think of the phrase "you versus you," like what comes to mind overall? Just thinking about that.
Um, with working at a residential group home, first of all, I work with teenage boys, right? So when I come in and I go to lay structure down or tell them something, and normally when they don't want to do it, they always say, Mr. John, you in the way. Mr. John, you in the way. Mr. John, man, you blowing my things like that. So and I always tell them, you in your own way. You in your own way. And even when I see people say it on social media and stuff like that, a lot of people use that phrase loosely. Oh, you on my way, you on my way. He in the way, he in the way. But then you got to think about it. And when I look at my own life, sometimes we are in our own way.
Yes, definitely.
We are in our own way, and and I'm gonna leave it on the eye. I'm gonna, with myself, like I tend to do a lot of procrastination, a whole lot,
All of
and
us
I'm
do.
sure there's a lot of people who watching this can contest to this. Like just the procrastination part. Not doing things in a timely manner. Now not doing things in a form where as though is an order,
Right.
not time management, poor time management. And again, I'm keeping it on the eye. Bad. I have a lot of things going on. So working 2 full-time jobs. Executive director of a nonprofit organization. I'm a full-time college student at King, and have a family. I'm doing a lot of things, and even with the community. So now I don't think, I know we say is a saying that 24 hours, is not enough in a day for a lot of people who have a lot of things going on. So when I think of myself, I be in my own way a lot of times. It's easy for us to point the fingers and say, oh, this person in a way. Oh man, this person, blowing my stuff and all the stuff, things like that. It's easy for us to point the finger at someone else when we need to be taking accountability.
Right. Right.
So when I think of things like that, I say, you know what, John, you got a lot of things on your plate. Is I have a problem with saying no. I could have 20 things on my plate and somebody could come and say, hey, John, can you please help me with this? Can you please do this? And somehow, some way, I try to fit it in my schedule. And guess what? A lot of times when you say yes to things, it
Take on
becomes your
somebody
problems.
else's problem.
And that's
Yeah.
and that's one of the things that again I count against myself with all the accolades and all the positive things that I may have going on. I still know that there's a lot of things that I still can work on. And as far as making time for myself, knowing that you have certain things on your plate, and to stop there, to leave it there,
Right.
and say, let me finish A, B, and C first before I jump to the next to the next obstacle.
Right.
So that's something that I feel like I said, and I know a lot of people with a lot of stuff that I'm saying. A lot of people saying me too,
Yeah.
but I like to try to keep it on the eye.
They can relate.
And and I'm sure it's relatable, but I try to keep it on the eye, and I know I'm in my way a lot.
Yeah.
Like, so when I wake up in the morning, when I get my day started, I'm not looking forward to say, you know what, let me see if I could be better than Trina today, or let me see if I could. No, let me try to be better than John was yesterday.
I'm glad you brought that up.
You
I'm
know?
glad you brought that up because the reality is, there's no time for competition. There's no
Exactly.
time to look around and see what someone else is doing and wonder what someone else is doing because you have to continue to work on you. You're supposed to continue to work on you. And like you said, we procrastinate, we put things off. And again, saying yes to things that we should be like, no, I ain't got time for that.
Yeah.
Taking on other people's issues.
One
So
of my biggest.
there is no time for competition. Everyone looks at everybody else and then want to be in a secret competition. You got family, you got friends. Everybody just looking like, oh, what they doing, what they got going on. You ain't got time for that. I ain't got time to look side to side, see what someone else is doing because I got a million things on my plate, a lot of goals I'm trying to accomplish.
And we all have flaws, so at the same
Right.
time, you want to look in the mirror and you want to versus that person that you look in the mirror and
That's
say,
it.
you know what, June 28th, I could have did this better, I could have did that better. So now June 29th, I'm gonna work on what June 28th, what I lacked, what I came
Right.
up short in June. I'm not worrying about, my friends or my coworkers and what they did that day, and let me see if I could. Oh, he went and bought a 2022 Lexus, so let me go out and buy a 2023.
Right,
No,
right.
that's not.
You don't have time for that, and
No.
that's what I see a lot of, and people just need to stop like focusing on you because you will starve watching my plate. I know I posted food last week, but that was just
and
was
it looked
just a good
delicious
food.
too. It looked delicious
But
too.
people are so busy watching other people plate, watching what they're doing, watching other people's life. You're gonna lose. You're gonna miss out. You're gonna miss out on your life watching other people's life. So,
Yes.
you versus you, like just focusing on you, because everything at the end of the day come back to you. When you wake up in the morning, you wake up with you. You look in the mirror, you. When you go to
Yes.
bed at night, it's you. You and God, but it's you. So you can't worry about the next person. So I'm glad you brought that up. Like you
Yeah.
can't worry about what somebody else is doing, what they got going on. You got bigger fish to fry within you.
You got people losing sleep worrying about what other people like. Oh my God, he just bought the 2023 Lexus. I gotta find a way. No,
Right. How they
no.
do that? What they
Yeah.
doing? How much they
Focus
make? Where they
on-
work
yeah.
at? What they got
Focus on
going
what
on?
Focus on what you have going on.
Right.
And make your life better.
Right.
Focus on yourself. Structure. Like I said, for myself, time management is an issue for me. Trying to, I keep my calendar on my phone, so I always look at my phone and look at my calendar. Sometimes I'm double booked for things. Sometimes I'm triple booked. Like, John, how you just looked at your calendar, you know that you booked, and you still said yeah. Like, it's like, and that's the issue with me, trying to please everybody. Trying to please everybody, trying to make sure I can, and again, is me.
Yeah.
I gotta put it on an eye. I'm versus myself. I gotta say, John, you can't say such and such. My issue is what it is because of you, because of him, because of her, because of
Where you lacking that, where you
No.
slacking that has nothing to do with nobody else.
Yes, you got to figure it out where you stand as a man or a woman, and you got to figure it out, and you got to move from there. You can use other people's situations as inspiration and motivation,
Encouragement.
and that can boost you. That can boost you to wake up in the morning and be productive. But if you sitting around, pointing a finger, you want pity parties
On
and
social media all
Exactly.
day, going through people's pages.
yep, all
That
that.
ain't it.
Like I said,
You could be
versus
doing
you.
a class. You could be doing an online class. Get a
Exactly.
degree.
And you're right.
You could get a degree.
You're right.
As much
You're
as you
right.
scrolling, you could be getting a
Right.
degree.
And you gotta take advantage. You gotta take advantage of all opportunities.
Right.
Again, if you're going to be watching somebody, use it as motivation.
Right.
And be productive. Use
Right.
it as a way to but keep it on the eye. Keep it on yourself. You versus you, not you versus him, her, my coworkers, my employer, my friends, my family members.
Right.
No, you gotta keep it on
Because
the
that's
eye.
when the hate come in. When
Yeah.
you start watching somebody else and you see them doing something different, that's when you start, getting bitter, getting mad. We don't need that. You don't want that as a person. Let me ask you a question, bro. What have you done for yourself lately?
For myself,
For yourself. Right.
Go to work.
Right. That's why I asked, because it's so important to take the
No.
time out for yourself too. You need a little me time,
Man, good.
even if it's a walk around the park, taking a ride. As y'all know, I love to travel, so anytime I have a minute to get away, I'm going away, and it's very therapeutic. I get a lot of brainstorming when I'm away, especially when I'm around water, because I love water.
Yeah.
So that's my me time, getting away. Spending time with my grandsons, that's helpful. But
And it's funny you say that, because my organization just had a training yesterday, and one of the questions was, what have you done for yourself lately? And we were all like, my organization, we had a training, and that was one of the questions last night. What have you done for yourself lately? What have you? And I'm thinking, like, I just work. I work 16 hours a day, 2 full-time jobs. I work, right now I'm out of school because the spring semester just ended. So, but I'll be back in September for the fall. So right now I got a little break in between. So my evenings are kind of, freed up for the most part, but I'm working 16 hours a day, so it's like, all right, John, when are you going to have some time? When you're going to,
Right.
when you're going to take some time out of work? When you're going
mental
to,
health, mental health is important, and I think
yeah.
June was Men's Mental Health Month. I
This
think.
month, yes,
Yeah,
we just had an
today's the
event.
last-
We just had an event at the Elizabeth City Hall.
See?
That my organization hosted. Yeah, and is again, you gotta focus on yourself.
I know you're strong and you got the muscles, and we keep moving, we keep pushing, and that's something that I know we have in common.
Yes.
We keep pushing, we keep thriving, we keep setting those goals, and we keep going, mastering them. So, but we have to take the time out for ourselves, because mental health is so important. If I
Yes.
was working and doing all my side jobs and everything, it becomes overwhelming. It becomes overwhelming, and I have to be like, you know what, let me step back for a second. Being there for the kids, being there for the grandkids, it becomes overwhelming. We love it. I know we love every minute of it, but we have to do something for us. We have to stop and be like, what about me?
And I thought at one time, like last year, 2023 calendar year, at the end of the year, I remember posting on social media at the end of the year my time that I had left, as far as personal time, sick time, vacations, and social media was like, what the heck? Like, I had so many hours left, and again, in my mental, because I'm just working.
Like, how was you gonna use it?
I'm not
It
using
ain't
my
enough
time that
time.
I accumulated. Like, I'm not,
Right.
I'm finishing off 2023 year. I'm finished off with over 100 hours of vacation. It was almost 200 hours of sick time and like 20 something hours of personal time. So it was like,
You're not taking time.
I'm not taking
You're
no
not taking
time off. I'm just working,
Right, right.
And then one thing that I realized is that, which I seen from experience, that it doesn't matter how good of a worker I am or anyone, once a job is done with you or something happened to you, your position is on
Post
Indeed.
it before you. Before
I
your
seen it.
funeral. I've
And,
seen
and
it.
I seen it
It's
at my
funny,
job.
but it's not funny.
Yeah.
At my job too. They post the position before your
seen
funeral.
it. So it happens. Like,
Yeah.
take your time off and reflect on things that And like I said, I'm saying this to you guys, but I'm taking this feedback in.
Yeah,
Like
Tomorrow's not promised. Let's just say that tomorrow's not promised.
In the past 2 months, I have taken days off where
Good for you.
where my family looking at me like, you alright? You good? I'm like, yeah. I just wanted to come home and take a day off. Like, I just
Good
wanted to
for
come
you.
home and relax and and take a day off.
Good for you.
So
Good for you.
again, this was a great topic. You versus you. Keep it on the eye. You look that person in the mirror and say, June 28th. This what I got done. This was good. You weigh the pros and cons,
Right.
and then the next day on June 29th, you take those cons and then you make them to pros.
Right.
Or you work towards making them to pros, because
Right.
everything is not a overnight fix.
Right.
Everything is not an
Right.
overnight
Right.
fix. So you want to just find ways where you could just stay productive.
Right.
One day at a time.
Make your short-term goals, make your long-term goals, and continue to work towards them. You're gonna accomplish it. You'll definitely accomplish it.
Yes, keep it on the eye. Gotta stress that.
Yeah,
keep it on the eye.
Eye.
Don't waste so much time worrying about
Somebody else.
somebody else and things that you can't control.
their life is not your life.
Mhm.
It's not gonna work for you.
Mhm.
What
It's
they're
not.
doing, it's not for
It's
you. It's
not.
for
It's
them.
not. Like I said, you
What God got for you is for you. So don't worry about what she and he
if you
doing.
can't control it, as you know, it may be easy saying it than done, but you know, you gotta let it fly. Let
Yeah,
it go. If
let
you
it
can't
go.
control it, let it go. It's, you self harming at that point because you focus on something that you can't do
You
nothing
can't even
about.
control, right?
But you control yourself.
That's
You can't
it.
control yourself.
That's it.
You versus you. Keeping it starts with you.
Yes.
Everything else gonna fall in place once you start being productive.
This
And
is
again,
true.
I'm saying this to you guys, but I'm taking this in
For
eternity as well.
ourselves. Yeah, yeah. We're speaking from experience. Because
Yeah.
like we said, we see it, we hear it,
Mhm.
and we're living it.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
thank you guys,
No
bro.
problem. Yeah.
When next time we gonna have another video?
Soon.
All
let's
right,
make
very
let's make it
soon.
happen.
All right.
Let's make it happen soon.
All right, and
You
we're
know.
gonna come out with our channel. We don't know the name yet, but
Yes.
whatever videos we do, it'll be on all platforms. So
And we need
follow us.
feedback from you guys. Please comment, give us some feedback, and let us know if it's something that we said that's relatable. It's something that we said that inspired you. It's something that we said that do apply.
Yes.
Please
give
let
us
us
some
know. Give us
feedback.
some feedback. you know?
Follow, share, like, subscribe.
Yes.
We'll appreciate it.
Yes.
Thank you guys for listening.
Thank you.
Have
Thank
a good
you.
night.
Good
Love
night.
you, brother.